Welcome back, Nicole Gardner. We are going to dive into part two of our conversation. Part one was pretty awesome, I have to say.
Wow, we're doing it. Let's do
Do
it.
it. Let's do it. Let me just tell you, Nicole had a lot of great nuggets of wisdom, just chucking them out here and there. And I was just, trying to catch them as best I could. And it's fuel for my heart, for my soul, for my mind. It's so wonderful. Thank you for being you.
Awesome. Well, I didn't know we were going to do two parts. This is so fun to be with you.
Yes, two parts. Okay, Nicole, let's get to know you a little bit better. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word, becoming. I'm going with becoming.
Oh, so good. Love it. Nicole has a podcast called Becoming, and we'll get back to that towards the end here. What's your least favorite word?
Mm, victim.
Ooh, interesting. Love that. Okay, your favorite sound.
Mm, my favorite sound is babies cooing.
Yes,
They're
that's a good
laughing.
sound.
Babies laughing.
Yes, so good. Love that. And your least favorite sound?
Complaining.
Oh, look at you. I love that. That's good. Complaining. That's so good. Yes, yes, exactly. Okay. Have you ever been told you look like somebody famous?
When I was younger, you might not know now. We should have should put a photo on here. Julia Roberts, when she was in that movie
Oh,
Pretty Woman, she had the hair and people would always tell me I looked like her, which I was like, really? Wow. But I was, 17. And I did try to recreate her dress in that movie for my junior prom. And so I do have a picture of it, and we should put them back to back because I don't really look like her. But I had the curly hair. Hers is red and mine is brown. But it was like me trying to wear that dress. Of course, it wasn't plunging or anything. But some people have said Jennifer Garner too. And my
oh,
last name is Gardner, and hers is Garner. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But
oh, no. Well, those are, two beautiful women, and you are a
what
beautiful
about
woman.
you?
Oh my gosh, so many different, like any brunette, pretty much,
Oh,
you
really?
could look
Like
at.
who?
Um, let's see, way back in the day, any of the Charlie's Angels that were brunette, Jennifer Beal from Flashdance, just,
You're really dating yourself here.
I know, I am. Oh, Rachel Ward, that was another one, Rachel Ward. So yes, I am dating myself.
I
Yes,
mean, I said Julia Roberts. That's Dave, but she's still there. I don't even know
she's
who
still
these people
around.
are.
She's still around.
Rachel Ward? Who's
Rachel
that? I
Ward.
should know,
Yeah,
but
she's an actress. And she was in a movie. She was in the Thornbirds. That's way before your time. But yes, she was. And Against All Odds was another movie she was in.
I'll
Yeah,
have to look it
yeah,
up. I
yes.
have heard of that one.
Yeah.
Now, this is my
Okay.
least the thing I'm the least good at is names and like names of songs. My husband and my kids love this game where you name that tune kind of and the singer and the artist, and I'm always like, I'm the worst at this. I love to be the person to tell them if they're right or wrong. Oh
Yes.
no, yeah, it's not
Yes. Yeah, I don't
that.
think I'd be very good at the song title or artist. I don't think I'd be very good at that. I'd probably be better at movie references. Not so much current, but
Yeah, older movies. Yeah,
dating
we're
myself
good. My
again.
husband and I and my family always quote movies. So we have a like lines for movies. We'll be like, "Ooh, Ratatouille," or like whatever.
Oh, that's fun. That's
Yeah,
fun.
it's
Sounds like
usually Lego Batman. If it's my daughter, she's always
okay.
quoting that. Tommy Boy. My kids first watched Tommy Boy, and they were like, "You remember Tommy Boy? Have you seen this show?"
Yes.
No,
Yes.
like half the things in that movie, Dad says all the time, Lottie freaking dog, like just random stuff. And it was all from that movie when he was very
Oh,
younger.
that's fun. You have a fun household, it sounds like.
Yes, we do.
All right, Nicole, something that's really moving you right now, a movie, TV, what book, whatever it might be. What's really moving you right now?
Ooh, I don't know. I just have to say Jody Moore, I guess, because that's all
Okay,
I
well,
can
that's
think
good.
of.
Nothing wrong with that. Jody Moore, for your reference, is the coach who has a very successful platform. Nicole and I are both in her coach training. This is her second kind of go round, so to speak, second cohort. So that's how Nicole and I met. And yes, we're both learning a lot from Miss Jody Moore. It's
So,
true.
oh, and do you know who else I listen to that I love? I'm also in Brooke Castillo now. Hicks, her last name is Hicks. She got married. And
Ah,
yeah, and I am in her program and she is phenomenal. She's such a great coach. And it's
you are
fun.
in her program.
Well, she just this year she has this unique program where she just coaches once a week and it's a group call just like Jody's where you just
Right.
like everyone can and you can listen to it later. So I actually bought it after we were done with our it's $600 for the whole year and she's a multi-millionaire billionaire or something. So she's just doing it for a little bit amount, but you pay the $600 for the whole year whether you start halfway through or at the beginning and you can just listen to them back or you can join in and get coached if you get picked kind of like Jody
Right,
said,
right. Yes.
but she only coaches a couple people and she at first did a lot of like 20 minutes of like just teaching her tool because she has like a whole list of tools somewhere. I have her like a whole list of look how many tools there's probably like a
Oh
hundred
my
on here
gosh.
of the model thought work beliefs like want match
Right,
all her
right.
little tools that she has.
Yes.
Anyway, so I love listening to her and she's um like she has the same tools as Jody, but she's a little more uh like Jody's a little more kind. Not that she's not kind, she's really kind, but she's just snappy or like, no, don't, she's just more sharp or something. I love her,
Yes.
but it's just they have a different style and it's
Yeah,
fun.
no, we have listened to a couple of her calls together, and she seems very no nonsense, just
Yes,
very
no
like cut
nonsense is a much better word. Yeah.
right to the thing.
She'll
Yeah,
cut him right off and be like, no, blah, 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 blah. And but then she also is kind of, she's more direct. I think that's what it is. And
yeah,
I love also how Jody is sympathetic without getting in the pool. Like
right,
that's what I'm trying to find out the way to like make them feel understood, but also be like, you know, this help them realize it's just their thoughts that
right,
are causing the pain, not the actual husband or a circumstance.
right. Exactly. Oh my gosh, so good. So, Nicole, if you could donate $1 million to any charity, what would you choose? Which one would you choose?
I always choose the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's
Okay,
my church, but it's also just really efficient in how they help people. They give all the money to the charity. They don't take any for administration. And
okay,
so it's just like, because they don't get paid for, we don't, in our church, we don't get paid for, what we do. We volunteer mostly.
right,
I'm sure there's some paid positions, obviously, but like, because they have like accountants and stuff like that. But
right.
all the money that you donate and they just do goes straight to the whatever cause and they do so many amazing causes. I just trust that place and I have worked in other places and there's just so many administration costs that the church just swallows up with tithing and other things and they take your money and just donate it all to those causes and I really think that's
Make it work. Make
commendable.
it work. Yeah, that level of trust, that's really good.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, so now let's talk about being a coach. You've made reference to some of the coaching experiences you've had. You've made reference to the trainings that you've gone through and are going through. What made you decide to actually become a coach?
Okay, well, I think we talked a little bit about this last time, but
Part one.
yes, in part one, where I have a coach who was an organization coach that changed my life. I didn't really think of her as a coach. I just did like a little boot camp with her. I guess it's her opt-in, right?
Right.
But and I've been on her email and she has a podcast and I just really love her and resonate with how she teaches and all that. And so I wanted to work with her. And as my next step in life, I was just like a lot of women. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 24, now 25 years. And I was just like, what's the next step for me? So I was really just searching for what I wanted to do with my time in more of a purposeful and choosy way because I know, a lot of people have weird, a lot of my friends just work at a dental office or something to just pass the time and then they can be home with
Right.
their kids and still travel and do some stuff. But I was like, I really want to find something with purpose. And so that's the thing I love the most when I was thinking about what I could do. And then when I contacted her, she's like, yeah, become a coach. And then when I was doing that, I loved that so much more than organizing. I'm not naturally organized, though I love what she taught me and I love being organized. I was like, that's not really what I'm the best at. Like I needed help with that, right? And I'm way better than I think I needed to learn that, but I'm also not naturally like love organizing, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so then when I learned all these other tools, I was like, this is what I want to do and do a coaching business. And then I got into Jody's and I love it even way more. And so I just feel like my husband's always like, you were made for this. And I'm like, I love that thought. Yeah, I was made for
Oh,
this. And I
yes.
love people. And I just feel like it's one of those things that that come naturally to me almost. And it's different though, because I go into it thinking, well, I really love talking to people and helping people with their problems and all what's the other one? And have good advice. And those are the two things we don't even do. So I was like, isn't that funny where you're not trying to get in the pool with them and you're trying to not give them advice, let them figure it out. So
Right. Yeah. It's a good discipline, isn't it? Because
yeah.
the mom in us wants to kind of hop in and, well, it did,
Oh,
what about this? Try this.
yeah, try this, do this, or yeah, I know what you need to do. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like the reason I got into it, but it's also the reason I feel like I'm good at it too, because you can adjust and change, but I'm personable and like I love people a
Right.
lot.
Yeah.
And Jody's number one thing, love them. And I'm like, I'm so good at
Yes.
that.
So who do you want to help or who are you helping? So tell us about your audience, like where you're targeting things.
So right now I'm targeting stay-at-home moms that just want to be happier in their lives, that need help. I just really resonate with the stay-at-home mom. I was a stay-at-home mom. I still am a stay-at-home mom. And I just feel like, especially in my church, I'm going to work with LDS or Christian women as my niche, just because I think that in our church well, first of all, the reason is I think that mothers are the most important thing in the world. They are the future of all people. And we're just like so important. And I feel like it's not like valued as much anymore in the world, where a lot of times people did stay home and then they all started going to work. And I love working moms as well. I just feel like it's sometimes hard to, you think, like in our church, we're like, oh, you get married and you have a family and you live happily ever after. And it's hard to have a family and be married.
And
And
live happily ever after.
yeah, and we don't, and it's not really a thing. Like we don't really realize that we have to create that. And there's so much um help that we can give people, like why am I not happy doing the thing that I love? Because it's being a mom is hard. Like there's just, how it is. And so I just think that it's really important to focus on them as my niche, as because I value all humans obviously, but I think
Yeah.
it's a population that really could use some love and support.
Right. And maybe overlooked in the sense that, like a lot of us in our cohort want to target the women after they've raised the kids. You're like, no, I want to get in there while they're still raising the kids and help them, to be happier, to look at things differently, and to really enjoy this season. Because this season feels like it's forever sometimes, but it actually is not.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that's what I'm focusing on. I did start with the after too. So
Yeah.
I can do anyone, obviously, help
Yeah.
anyone, but that's what I'm gonna market to.
Yeah.
And maybe
There you go.
after too. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like you can get started in one area and kind of head into another area. Because I eventually want to do something for men because I think they are very overlooked. And I don't think I have to be a man to coach men. I think I can,
Yeah,
I
that's a
think I
good. You
can
want to do
add.
that? Is that what you said? You
Yes,
want
I
to,
do at
yeah,
some point want to do that because I think they are overlooked in terms of all of the many coaching
yeah,
things that are
that's
out
so
there right
true.
now. Yeah.
That's a good
So
idea.
the transformation that you want to guide them to becoming, and so is it to what is I mean, I could put words in your mouth, but tell me what do you want them to achieve in working with you?
I just want them to have a different perspective in their lives and just be more confident and happy in the life that they are choosing.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think confidence and just finding joy in motherhood, I think, is a skill that
that is a really good point. It actually could be a skill. Yes,
and
I
just
love
having a
that.
different perspective, because a lot of times we look at things in a certain way that doesn't serve us. And so after working with me, you kind of like just have a new way of loving your children and loving yourself in a way that serves you better so you can be a better mom or just be happier as a mom and realize that it's not always happy, but
Right,
that's part of it. And it's part of us growing and learning to just look at things different. A lot of people feel a lot of guilt. And
right.
so be less feeling guilt. I think my sister always used to say, save guilt for sin, you know? Why do you feel guilty? Because you didn't want to make someone feel, I mean, I just think there's so much release and like um confidence that comes when you love yourself and are willing to take time for yourself and your mental and physical health, you know?
Right, right, exactly. And I love the idea of joy as a skill that you could actually teach some of that. I think that would be really great in some of your marketing because I mean, there's something about that that hooked me right in, like, ooh, joy could be a skill.
Yeah, I
Tell me
love
more. Tell me more.
it. Thank you. I'm going to add
Love that.
that.
Okay, so why do you think smart, capable, accomplished, however you want to define the kind of person, why do you think it's so hard to say I'd like to get a coach. I want to get a coach. I think I need a coach. I think I want a coach, right? I mean,
I think people
what's the
don't know what they
pushback?
are. Do you? Like, I didn't actually know what they were before my daughter had one. I was like, what's a life coach, you know?
Yes.
Or I think they don't, this is what Jody says anyway, that they don't think it's going to work for them. Say you want to get a health coach. You're just like, I've just tried so many things. I just don't think I can do it. Or
Right.
that I want to put in the work to do it. I think
Right.
that's the thing that stops people the most. Not necessarily, like, it's not for me personally. Like, it might work for you, but I don't know if I can do it or want to. So I think
Right.
that's what stops people. So that's what the marketing of like, this is for you. This is a skill you could learn. Joy in motherhood, you know, or um,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that is have they even thought of that before? Like a you know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yes.
And so I just think there's so much power in shifting the mind just even a little can
Right.
change the whole way you look at something, you know? Like
Right.
just laughing instead of crying about something. You know what I mean? Where you're like, this
Right.
is a horrible situation and we're laughing and we went the wrong way for 3 hours on the freeway and we can laugh about it or we can cry about it. You know what I mean? Like just there's so many endless situations and not that we need to choose laughter all the time. Obviously it wouldn't be appropriate, but like there's there's small things that make a huge difference.
Small, yes, I agree. I agree completely. And I think you're right. I think a lot of people don't really understand what a coach is. What is that life? I need help
And
with,
there's so many different kinds. Like
yes.
even in my two trainings, I'm like, these are completely different. And I don't know all the different kinds. I mean, I told you I did research to find like a coaching program. I had like over 30 different things I could have picked for different reasons. I had different reasons, like how much it cost, if it was certified, if it was, you know, like what it was health, what if it was, you know, mindset, if it was, you know, all sorts of different things. And it's hard to know, you know, and then each coach has to market themselves and like come up with different ways because marketing's it's 90% marketing, 10% coaching
Yes,
or
it's so
something.
true. And it's like,
So,
wait a minute, that part is maybe not a natural for some of us. The I'm doing this great thing and I really want to be helpful and I think I could be helpful. Now, I got to get out there and really get the word out and try to get people in.
but and I used to be kind of adverse. You remember, you might remember my first comment in our class is I was like, do all of us have to be market our own program? Like, why can't you, Jody, just like be like, here are my coaches, you know? And like not make us do that. But I think as I've been doing this, there's so much in becoming a
Yeah.
marketer and like going through the hardness of doing all that uncomfortable stuff. Like even just me, I posted for 85 days, twice a day as like a challenge with the 12 and 12 group. Are you in that?
I was in that, but I started with that and I went, I no, I can't keep
Okay,
this
it was
up.
exactly what I needed. I did not want to do it at all. And I'm like, okay, it's a streak. So just to let the audience know what happened we went to the similar group training for launching your business. It was called 12 Clients in 12 Weeks. And one of the members put a challenge out to the people in our little text group after that was like, if anyone can post twice a day longer than me, I'll give them $200. And I was like, I don't care really about the $200, but the challenge of like actually doing it. And I was like, okay, it starts tomorrow. Like I have to do it. And so I was just like, the worst. I mean, don't even go back to it was like I had skeletons. Like I was literally like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but it was always at late at night. And I'm like, I just got to post my two posts. But it was a process of just even being able to do it. Like get
Right.
on there, do something. And I had it was my old program and just little tidbits of whatever, but just getting over that hump. And then my husband was like, Nicole, eat the frog, which means like do it early so you're not worried about it all day and have it hanging over your head. And that really helped to just be like, okay, because it would take all day. And I'm like, this is what I'm doing with my life now, posting on Instagram. Like, this is not what I want to be doing. But I had to learn how to do it and put music and edit it a little. And like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, there's becoming in that,
Yes. There
and
is
like
becoming in
learning.
that.
I
Yes.
became more confident with it, even though now I look back and I'm like, it's still cringe.
Yeah.
I still am like, oh, but I'm like,
But you did it.
I did
And
it. And I would ask,
yes.
I'm like, oh, my neighbors were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, right? I don't even know. But like, also, they're like, we like it. Like, I'm learning stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Like, keep doing it. And I was like, okay. But then I went on a trip and I lost my streak because I couldn't post, though my daughter could. So I know it was probably user error, but we were on like a cruise boat and I'm like, it won't post. I was glad I needed a break. But anyway, I haven't done it since. I need a new push.
That's so great.
But anyway, that's my
What do you think people should look for when they want to get a coach? What do they
hmm.
should they look for?
I like the idea that Jody kind of does, like you know who they are and like can trust them and they kind of resonate with you.
The know, like, trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think so, have you ever listened to a podcast that you're like, this doesn't really stick with me. Like, I know this people like this, but I don't. It was
Yeah.
kind of like when we were reading that book. In our book club, we're also in a book club together.
Yes,
Oh,
we
the
are.
book we read with
Oh, the courage to be disliked, that one?
yes, and I thought the son's voice was so annoying. The young man's voice was so annoying. So I think I had to start reading it or something. But anyway, I finally got over it. But I was like, this is how you feel when you're not really into something and it just
Oh,
doesn't resonate. But the things that they were teaching were good, right? But it just was hard
yes.
for me to get over the voice or something. And Jody says that all the time. She's like, people might not like my voice. I'm not for everyone. But
Yeah.
you find I'm for somebody. There's someone out there that really needs
Yes.
Nicole Gardner
Yes.
and needs you, Rochelle, like just
Yes.
you. And so I'm
Right.
like, if I'm out there for one person or whatever, I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. And I think in choosing it there's a gut feeling that kind of goes with it, right? You're trying something on and you're like, this just feels right. Like you and I both going to 12 and 12, you and I both signing up for Jody's 9 month intensive. I mean, it was just that gut feeling of this feels like a good decision for me.
It did feel like a good decision. I've never felt so excited about anything in my life. I was like, I don't know, I just really want to do it. But also, there was the know, like, and trust. Like, I'd listened to over 200 of her podcasts. I'd gone to her 12 and 12. I was in her coaching program. Like, I was like, I know that this is going to be amazing too. I didn't have to be like, well, I don't know. That was really a thing with my first one. I had no idea who they were. I was just trying to pick somebody. And that was for a coach training, but I don't know,
But
you know.
still, yeah, you want to feel like it feels good and right to you. Not like there's just one way. There isn't. There's so many ways up the mountain, but it felt like a good next step for you.
Yeah, and I don't know, have you ever been coached personally? Like how to coach you?
Like one on one.
Yeah, besides this, have you
No.
had coaching at all?
Not a one-on-one. I mean, this, and then I was in a coach program for podcasting, and then at a coach program for Instagram. But really, those were for me learning experiences to learn a little more about how to do some of these things. It wasn't really life coaching.
Yeah, and this isn't one-on-one really either, obviously.
No,
We're just
no, it's not.
through.
It's not. But we do learn a lot. We
Yeah, it's
learn a
been really
lot.
good. Yeah.
Cole, is there anything in conclusion for part two here that you feel you didn't get to say that you wanted to say?
Come what may and love it. I did say that, but
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be calling your episode that. I'm pretty sure I feel like
yeah, come what
90%
may and
certain.
love
Yeah, I'm
it.
really close
Okay.
to deciding that. Okay, and Nicole, where can people find you if you want to be found?
I'm at on Instagram at Mom Coach Nicole. And I also have a podcast called Becoming that's coming
Wonderful.
soon.
Okay, coming soon. I like that. I was going to go look it up. Okay, it's
Well,
coming
I do have
soon.
it posted, but it's on like Podbean or something, and you only can find it on there. So I have to learn how to do it. I'm going to talk to you after about it.
Okay, yeah, we have to get it out to all the places
All the
so that
places.
you can be found. I love what you're doing. I love that you're targeting the stay-at-home moms because they need it. I mean, we all need and want all kinds of things, but I love that for you. I really do. I think that's fantastic. Wonderful. Nicole, it's been such an absolute pleasure and a delight having you on the show.
Well,
Thank you
thanks for
for
having me.
my pleasure.
You're a delight.